Welcome to Table for One. I'm the narrator, and in today's video, I'll be doing a solo playthrough of Dune Imperium Uprising. And by viewer request, I'll be including both the Bloodlines and the Immortality expansions and playing as Lady Jessica. Let's get rolling. So I am set up today to play Dune Imperium Uprising, and I am playing with the Bloodlines expansion and the Immortality expansion. I have not played with this particular expansion combination before, so this will be new, and I am playing as Lady Jessica. So this combination of Uprising and Bloodlines and Immortality with Lady Jessica was a viewer request, so I hope you enjoy it. And quickly, before I go any further, like and subscribe to the video if this is the type of content that you enjoy. It helps me out. And if you've already done those things and you still want to help, you can head to my Ko-fi page, ko-fi. Let me quickly thank all of my Ko-fi contributors, including those who have the Table for One reserved seating status. These are my monthly subscription contributors. So thank you. And then the Table for One Head of the Table award is for the top 10 contributors over the last 90 days. Let's see if you can get your name on that list. Thank you to all of you as well. So let's get going now with this game. It's been a while since I've played Dune Imperium. It's since the last playthrough I put on the channel, so it's been months. So I'm going to be pretty rusty. I don't know that I've got a win in me, but we'll see how I do. There's a pretty high likelihood that I'm going to make some sort of rules mistake, so be aware of that. If you catch it, put it down in the comments. If I catch it during editing, I'll at least put it on the screen, but if you think I missed something, let me know. And just a quick reminder, I've got a whole Dune Imperium playlist where I have taught all of these expansions already. So if you're new to either Uprising or Bloodlines or Immortality, I've gone over all of those things, and you can go check that out if you need a rules refresher. Today I will be using the variant with the Dune Imperium row churn. So I've got my die here, and I'm going to use a variant that somebody on the channel, another viewer, suggested to me that's not an official variant, but it makes sense to me. So instead of rolling the die after my own reveal turn, I'm going to roll it on what would be the reveal turn for whoever gets there first. So the rivals don't really have a reveal turn, but I'm going to say that if it were a human and now would be their reveal turn, that's when I'll roll the die, like whoever gets to reveal first. So I think that's kind of interesting. So it's unofficial, but I'll give it a shot. I haven't tried it. We'll see how it goes. And then I'm using the variant from Dune Immortality from the rulebook to play to 11 points. 11 will be the end game trigger. So I've just marked it with this extra Sardaukar commander cube here, just so I don't forget. So 10 will not trigger the end game, 11 will. And then for the rivals, because I haven't played in a long time, I've got Lady Jessica. I thought it'd be fun to have Lady Jessica go up against Helen Mohiam. There's a 200% chance I pronounced that wrong, but I think that'll be fun. But she's one of the hardest characters. She's level 4, so she's as difficult to play against as Paul Atreides, and whatever his leveled up form is, Muad'Dib. I don't know. I haven't seen the second movie yet. So I'm fairly confident I'm going to lose to that rival. So the other rival, I picked one of the easiest ones. So one of the hardest ones and one of the easiest ones, Staban Tuek. So he's more going to be just getting in the way and blocking stuff. It's really going to be me against blue here. Or at least that's what I say now. When I lose to green, I'm going to be really embarrassed. But I don't think there's anything else to really point out. But if you're not familiar with Lady Jessica, she's the one who is two-sided. I have played with her once before in a 3-player game with a couple of friends. So her bit is when you do her Signet Ring ability, spend a spice to gain a intrigue card, and then you move a troop from your supply over to the Bene Gesserit area. And then when you send an agent to the Bene Gesserit area, any troops that you have there get returned to your supply. These are memories. They go back to your supply, and you draw a card for each one, and then you flip the card. And so on this side of the card, signet ring is you can spend a spice to get a water, and once per turn, if you go to one of these 4 spaces, you may spend a water to repeat the effect of that space. So that's pretty interesting. So I'm going to really want to be focusing here on the Bene Gesserit side, but probably on the Fremen side as well. There's really 2 ways to play this as far as I can tell. One is just go here immediately and flip this, and then just focus really hard on this part. Or start on this side. This is the way I did it last time. It's probably the way I'll try and do it again. Start on this side. Try and play your signet ring a couple times to get like 2 or 3 troops over there. I think I had 3 the last time. And then when I finally went here, I got to draw a bunch of cards and then use all those cards to have a big reveal turn and try and get something powerful over here at that time. So I think I'm going to try and do that. I don't know if I'm smart enough to pull it off, but we'll give it a shot. I have replaced the Dune the Desert Planet cards with experimentation because of immortality. So I'll start shuffling these up. We've got our level 1 combat card or conflict card with the Desert Mouse on it. First place gets 2 Solari. Second place gets 3 Solari. I'm interested in that. I do want, of these 5 starting cards, I love grafting cards. That's like my favorite mechanic. Replacement Eyes is cool. I would like to probably get that more than I'd like the, I gotta say this again, Bennett Laylax Researcher. I think I nailed it. Those are pretty good, but I really want Smuggler's Harvester because that allows me to hit these spaces, and I'm gonna need Spice if I'm gonna do Spice Agony, and the other side is Water of Life. And if I want to be doubling the effects of these spaces, I probably want to go to Espionage a lot, which is gonna cost me 1 Spice plus a Water to double it. So I think I want this. These are both graft cards too. I just love grafting, so I wouldn't mind having those. What else? Suspenser Suits and Glow Globes are both nice as far as text, and those are kind of cheap. I know the rivals, their symbol's not on it. The House of Gaul symbol is not on Suspenser Suits, so I might try and go for that. For each intrigue card you draw or steal during your turn, recruit a troop and deploy it to the conflict. And I'm going to be going for probably a lot of intrigue cards, I would think, with Lady Jessica. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. All right, these are probably shuffled, right? We can call this game set up. Let's see who the first player is. I guess I gotta shuffle these 2. A bit less shuffling, but let's see who's going to be first. Green, blue, and me. All right. So this will be my stuff over here. So I really don't want the blue player here, the blue rival, to win the combat because she'll get a victory point right away. But I wouldn't mind taking second. I probably want the 3 Solari more than I want to win the combat. So let's pass the first player token to the blue player. And we can start. I need to draw my 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we have? Experimentation. Leave a little room for a discard pile. Experimentation twice. Let's see, that's mine. Let's make sure it's on screen. Convincing Argument. Signet Ring. Convincing Argument. Oof, that's something, huh? Oh, although, you know what else would be good is if everybody got their starting water. That'd probably be good too. Starting resources. Okay, everybody's got a water. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with this. But I probably want to play the Signet Ring, and if I play a Signet Ring, I'd like to use the ability, and that's going to cost me a spice, so I'd probably like to use one of these experimentation cards to go to Imperial Basin and get a spice. Doesn't really seem like a good use of my water. I could go to Haga Basin, get 2 spice, and then use... I don't have enough turns. I was going to say use my Signet Ring to go here, and I guess on the next turn go to Spice Refinery and spend a spice to get 4 Solari to start working towards that Swordmaster. But yeah, I don't think that's a good use of water. Or yeah, I could do that. I could do Signet Ring, no, Experimentation to here, get 2 Spice, and then Signet Ring to Spice Refinery. I could get that done in turn 1. And then at the end of the round, I would have 4 Solari, no spice, no water, and 1 intrigue card. And that would also give me 1 plus the research track 2 specimens in the Oxalotl tank because I'd move up to there. So I could potentially grab this card. I don't know that I really want that, but I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is that, Persuasion I could spend? So I want that for 1, but 5 I could grab that one too. That's interesting. So, okay, let's see what the first rival does. Let's start this thing. She's going to espionage. That is on brand. So we're going to send an agent here and go up one on this track and place a spy right there. That's bad. I would really like to have a spy there. So good blocking move right out the gate. So good move, good move. I'm going to do experimentation. I could go here and here like I described, or I could go here and here is not bad either. With the card draw, I might be able to get both of these cards, and that would be super nice. So yeah, let's save my water for a turn. I'm going to go... Oh man, I'm thinking already. Getting the Swordmaster quick would be helpful, but based off the cards I have, next round I'm going to have, 2 daggers. I'm going to have diplomacy. I'm going to have the other one that you have to trash to go to any of these places, and I'll have reconnaissance to go to any of these city spaces. So what that means is I definitely won't have a way to get spice again next round, as far as I can tell. So I don't think I can get to here round 2 to get another 4 Solari. Oh, but if I can take second place in this combat, I can get another 3 Solari. That would get me to 7. And she's going to get her Swordmaster quick. She only needs 4 resources. Geez, okay. I'm going to go to Haga Basin, spend this water, get 2 spice. And I can feel it. There's folks out there screaming at their screens. And you're probably right. Whatever it is you're thinking, you're probably right. But this is a combat space. I'm going to push in 1 troop. I don't want to go too hard because I don't really care to win. I want to put in as few troops as possible, and I want to take second. So now I can also activate this. I'm going to move up on this track. And so I get to place a specimen in the tank. All right, so this is played. Now we go to the green player. Going to Siege Tabor. But they do not have 2 influence at the Fremen. So we reveal another card. Sorry, there's some glare on these from where I'm sitting. Can I move them? Might be a little bit better there. As you can see, I finally sleeved my cards. All right, we've got Signet Ring and Spice Refinery. Okay, I'm glad I didn't rely too heavy on Spice Refinery. Didn't commit too hard to it. I can always go there next time. But their Signet Ring is they gain a spice, and it's a combat space, so they're going to push 2 into combat. So I'm currently in second place behind green, which is exactly where I want this thing to end. All right, blue is next. Draw a card. Haga Basin or Imperial Basin. Neither of them has any bonus spice, so we're going to reveal the next card instead. Sardaukar. Going up here. And no Swordmaster yet, so we're hoarding resources. Not that anyone has Solari yet, but I just want to make sure I'm remembering that because that's a Sardaukar commander space. She would spend 2 Solari to gain the commander immediately if she already had her Swordmaster, which she doesn't. Okay, so we've gone there. We're going to go up on this track and gain 2 troops. We're going to recruit 2 troops to her garrison. Now it's my turn, and so I will Signet Ring to Arakeen. You know what else I want besides these 2 cards? I just remembered I want to get this Prepare the Way, too. I think that would be helpful. I'm going to Arakeen. So Signet Ring ability, I'm going to spend 1 spice to gain an Intrigue card. There we go, and we have... Contingency plan, gain 2 Solari or 3 swords. That is interesting. So if I do come in second in combat and get 3 Solari, I can spend this for another 2. I'll be at 5. And if I can hit this next round, I can be at 7 or 9, which would be enough to go to Swordmaster. So that's really great for an early Swordmaster. Okay, I've done... What have I done? How did I get that? I did my, Signet Ring ability. So for the space, I can recruit a troop. I can draw a card. Let's do that. And I get reconnaissance. Oof, I was expecting to have that next time. So that actually hurts a bit. Now I've only got 2 daggers, diplomacy, and again, whatever that one that you trash immediately. Seek allies, that's what it's called, seek allies. So I'm going to have diplomacy, seek allies, and 2 daggers. I don't know what in the world I'm going to do with that. And then I'll have to shuffle everything and get 1 more draw. So who knows what that last card's going to be. So tough to plan for now. But anyway, she's definitely not in the conflict. And he's already winning. So I'm not going to push anyone else in. I could push in the recruited troop plus up to 2 more. But I have no reason to do that. I'm guaranteed second place right now. So I'm just going to leave it. I'm happy there. So I will put this over here. This is played. Now it's green's turn. Green would like to go to Spice Refinery. You're already there, my friend. Try again. Fremkit. So green is going here, advancing, and this is a combat space, so pushing that last troop into combat, that's fine. Now we come back to blue. This is when blue would have a reveal turn, so this is when I am going to refresh the Imperium row, which frightens me because I've got 2 cards that I want. So first roll is going to be a 3. Good. Next roll, 3 again, even better. So this is discarded, and we'll draw the next card. We have Command Center. I don't know if that does a lot for me. I don't expect to be visiting the Emperor, so that's fine. Now it comes back to me. Now it's my reveal turn. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 persuasion, plus I can put 1 troop in the tank. Let's do that. Oh, and before I forget, well, I already forgot. I did my Signet Ring action, and I got that intrigue card. I forgot to move a troop to the Bene Gesserit area as a memory. So I've got 1 memory. That's good. So I'm going to grab, with my persuasion, Replacement Eyes and Smuggler's Harvester. Those are definitely things I want. Prepare the Way is not going to go anywhere. And then these all go in my discard as well. These get discarded. And now we can replace the cards that I took. Long Reach, expensive. Chome Demands. Long Reach I really want. I'll put that there. I really want that. If you have any Bene Gesserit card in play, then this has like the 3 basic icons, and then choose 2 tracks to advance on. So that is nice. I want that. I definitely want to lean into Bene Gesserit stuff this game. Okay, that was my reveal turn, and then no reveal turn for green. So now we go to combat. So got a total value here of 6. I've got 2. So green wins and gets 2 Solari, which makes 4 total resources for green. They need 9 for their Sword Master. I'm in second place. I get 3 Solari. So there we go. 3 Solari. And the card goes to green, who does not have a match. Okay, these troops are lost. And we can reset this. Now we should have the Maker Step. So a bonus spice on Imperial Basin, a bonus spice on Deep Desert. So we're going to recall our agents. 1, 2, 1, and 2. And pass the first player marker to me. Reveal the next conflict card. We're going into round 2. And let's see here. What are we doing? So this one has the Ornithopter, so only green can gain a point from winning this. If you win it, you go up 1 space on the Emperor's track. It's not that appealing to me. Gain a Spy. I would love a Spy, but I specifically want it there. And 2 Solari. 4 Solari for second place and a troop. I would like to be in second again, honestly. And so I'm first. I need 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. We know what these are. Normally, I would love getting Diplomacy and Seek Allies together, but I'll probably use 1 of those at most. I don't know if I've got it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could, if I draw a card that lets me go to Spice Refinery, I could start there and then use Dagger to get my Sword Master and then use Diplomacy at the end of the round to go somewhere. I don't really know where. I don't care at this point. Maybe to deliver supplies and get a water. Wouldn't be bad to have. All right, give me a card. Replacement Eyes. That'll do it. That'll do it. I'm going to get my Swordmaster this round. Cool. One thing it definitely doesn't look like I'm going to be doing is revealing enough persuasion to get Long Reach. So hopefully that doesn't go away. So I will play Replacement Eyes. It's a graft card. I've got to play it with something else. And so the question to me is, am I going to use this trash to draw effect? That is an interesting question. So if I do, what card am I going to trash? You know what I could do? This is a little bold. I'm going to graft it with Seek Allies, which means it's treated as 1 card, so I must trash this card after I play it. So it's going to trash the whole thing and advance on that Tleilaxu track. But in the meantime, I can use this effect to trash any other card. I'm going to trash one of my daggers. So get that out of the deck early, draw a card, Convincing argument. Okay, well, I've got a little bit more persuasion now. So I've done that effect. I do need to send an agent somewhere. I'm going to Spice Refinery. I'm going to spend my 1 spice to get 4 more Solari. So we'll just take 1 back and replace it with a 5. So I've got 7 Solari right now, and I'm not playing with any human opponents, so I might as well play this Intrigue card right now to get 2 more Solari. I'm not going to be surprising anyone with this. So I'm at 9 Solari. I can grab my Swordmaster with Dagger on my next turn, and then I can use Diplomacy after that. Cool. Let's see where the green player goes. Espionage. Man, stop doing that. So you go there, you place a spy. Where do you want to be? You want to be here. Fine. Blue player's up. Sardaukar. That's the second time she's gone there. Again, she doesn't have a Swordmaster or any Solari, so she's not grabbing that Sardaukar commander. Go up here. That's a victory point. First one of the game, plus 2 troops to the garrison. She's really building up that garrison. And now, no surprise. Oh, wait. At the end, I forgot to do this. At the end of the last turn, I need to trash this card, and these are grafted, so they both get trashed, which means when this card is trashed, advance on this track. Okay, nice. So, okay, I am playing Dagger to send an agent to Swordmaster. I'm spending 5, 6, 7, 8 Solari to get my Swordmaster. So that is done. That's a lot quicker than I usually do that. And that's going to be it for that turn. So this is played. And green's up next. Let's see. Conflict is level 2. So that is going to be delivers supplies. You're going there. And advancing on this track. Again, he's got the 2 Solari, but no Swordmaster yet, so he's not getting the Sardaukar troop. And it's Blue's turn. Blue has 0 influence here, so she would like to go to accept contract. And that'll get her 2 Solari, which means she's got 3 resources now. 1 more resource of any type, and she will get her Swordmaster. And now I'm going to use Diplomacy to go somewhere. I'm not really ready to flip here yet. I could go to Fremkit, but, oh boy, nobody's in the conflict? So if I put anything, I'm going to win. I mean, winning's not the worst thing in the world. I guess I've got the Solari I need. I don't mind getting a spy. My thought was I might go to Dutiful Service just to get a contract, probably get deliver supplies, because I expect I'll go here at some point just to get the water, and then I can complete the contract. There's nothing wrong with that. But maybe it's not a bad idea to come to Fremkit, draw a card, and deploy just 1 troop to win the combat. Maybe I can get the deliver supplies contract later. It's not that big a deal. And I know I've already trashed Seek Allies, so this is my only way to get to the factions, I think, right now, and I need to keep that Bene Gesserit one available for when I want to trigger that, so I don't want to have to use it to go to deliver supplies if I don't have to. So, okay, yeah, I'm going to go to Fremkit. Get 1 influence at the Fremen there, and it's combat space. I'll deploy 1 troop and draw 1 card. No, my Signet Ring. Darn it. That means I won't be able to play my Signet Ring. It's going to have to go through my whole deck again. That kind of sucks. That puts me behind on my memories. Ugh, darn it. Well, that's what it is. Okay. So that was my turn. It would go back to green, but green and blue are both done. This would be when green would reveal if they were a human player. So that's when I'm going to cycle this Imperium row. 6, that's nothing. 3, a lot of 3s. So that goes away. We replace it with Interstellar Conspiracy. What does that do? So it sends you to city space, but it's a graft card. It gives you a spice, and if you graft it with an Emperor card or a Spacing Guild card, you can advance on any faction track. That's pretty nice. I don't think I've got any qualifying cards, though, but even the 1 spice is good. So, okay, we've cycled. It comes back to me for my reveal turn. I've got these 2 cards. 3 Persuasion. What am I going to do with that? I really want this 6 Persuasion card. That one is kind of neat. It's 4 Persuasion. I could get this, but I don't know that really helps me. It only has icons on it if you have more troops deployed to the combat than any of your opponents. So I don't love it. It is an Emperor and Fremen card, which Emperor could help that, and Fremen cards are probably just good for me in general, but I don't want it. I think I'm going to take Prepare the Way, and that's it. Man, I can't believe I lost the Signet Ring card. That hurts. I've only still got 2 up here, so I can't do... I could grab that card, I suppose. If I did, that is both Emperor and Spacing Guild. These two could graph together, and that would be kind of neat. But that's not going anywhere. The rivals aren't going to take it. So I'm not in any hurry. If I happen to grab this later for whatever reason, I can grab this at the same time. Okay, now we go to combat. I'm the only one in the combat. I win. That was an easy win. So this goes up, which now if I go here to grab this, I'll get a victory point. So that's kind of nice. I can also place a spy and I gain 2 Solari. So here's the Solari. With the spy, man, I would really, really like to be there on the Bene Gesserit spot. I can't get there. I think I might go to here, the Fremen. That's not a bad place to be. I kind of need access to spice too, but if somebody's already there, they've gotten the bonus spice already, so I don't really want to go again. So, okay, that's my win. Take this card. I don't have a match yet. And I lose this troop. Nobody got second place, so now we're going to do the maker step. And while we're doing that, we will fill up this spot here with the 2 spice. On the Tulaxu track, I always forget to do that. And then each of these, I won't stack them just so you can see from that above angle how much bonus spice is there. Now we can recall our agents. I've got 3. I don't know that worked out real well for me though, getting my 3rd so early. It's like not strictly a bad thing, but just kind of stinks that I didn't get to use that signet ring ability. So, okay. We're going into round 3. Let's see the next conflict card. This one's a Chris Knife, so only I can gain a victory point off this if I win it. Get a contract, go up with the Spacing Guild. That could be nice, because then if I complete the contract, then I'll get a victory point from the Spacing Guild. So I kind of want that. We need to pass the first player token. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? No, that's it. All right, let's draw my cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of them. So I have 2 Experimentation, Convincing Argument, Smuggler's Harvester, and Reconnaissance. So I'm definitely going to some desert spaces here. I could use Smuggler's Harvester to go to Imperial Basin and get 4 spice. That would be pretty cool. Let's see what happens. We start with green, Deep Desert. And there is bonus spice there, so there you go. Green's going to Deep Desert. So they get 1, 2, and they don't have a Maker's Hook, so they get the 4 pre-printed. So that's 6 spice in total. So here's the 6 spice, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's enough resources. So they're going to spend Solari first. They got to spend 9 resources to get their Swordmaster. 1, 2, or it's 7, 8, 9 resources. So here's Green's Swordmaster. This is all spent. And then Deep Desert is a combat space, but they've got no troops. So sorry about your luck. All right, blue is next. Desert Tactics. Going here and advancing once on that track, gaining a troop. This is a combat space, so it's deployed along with 2 more. And she does not have a Maker's Hook yet, so will not be destroying the shield wall. So I'm up next. I am going to use Smuggler's Harvester to go to Imperial Basin. And if you send an agent to a maker board space this turn, gain 1 spice. So here's 1 spice, plus the 2 bonus spice, plus 1 pre-printed spice. So that's 4 spice. And then this is a combat space, so I can push in these 2 troops. Do I think I can win? That's the question. I could use Reconnaissance on my next turn to go to Arakeen, and then gain another troop and push them in and draw a card. And then I would at least be at a tie for the time being. Oh, and I can use my other experiment. I can use an experimentation card to go up to here to accept contract, get that deliver supplies, fine, and draw another card. And maybe I'll get some swords. I don't really remember what I have. But yeah, it is possible for me to win this conflict. I wouldn't say it's likely, but it's possible. And even second place, that wouldn't be the worst to get that stuff. So I am going to push in these 2 troops. So green is up next. Green wants to go to Deep Desert. You're already there, man. Stop doing that. Gather support. All right, so he's going to go here. He does have his Swordmaster, but he doesn't have 2 Solari, so he's not gaining the Sardaukar. Gains 1 troop, recruits 1 troop, and does not have 2 or more influence with the Emperor, so is not going up on the second preference track, which would be the Fremen. He's not doing that. That's it. Blue is next. Accept contract or shipping. She's going to go to accept contract. She's going to block me. So I have like nowhere I can go with these now because I don't have any water. So I can't go to Haga Basin. I can't go there. I don't have enough influence to go there. So these are useless, which kind of stinks because if I played it, I could advance here and get an intrigue card. I was kind of hoping on that. And then she's going to gain 2 Solari, which is going to bring her up past 4 resources. So she's going to spend those 2 Solari plus 2 more. That's her 4 resources to gain her Swordmaster and get another turn. I don't like that either. So, okay, this has kind of been a bust. I need to not draw a card, play a card. I'm going to play Reconnaissance, and I'm going to send an agent to Arakeen, recruit a troop. I am going to push them in and draw a card. I've got a shuffle. So what could I possibly draw? I've got a dagger, could be okay. Signet ring, I don't know what that would do for me. Prepare the way. Man, really none of these are going to help much except maybe diplomacy. Yeesh. I need to get some more cards. Some stronger cards in my hand. I didn't think I was going to be doing this much combat, if I'm being honest. I need to think about when am I going to trigger flipping Lady Jessica to the Reverend Mother side. I'm just not getting the memories. I need to get them quick to make that useful. All right, draw 1 card. Dagger. Okay, well, the dagger will put me potentially over the top during combat. I guess I'm remembering back in the first round, there was a combat between me and Green, and he had clearly won, but I should have still drawn a card for him to get some swords. So I forgot that. Didn't affect anything except the randomness of the deck, but that's fine. All right, Reconnaissance is played. I did all that stuff. Green's up next. Everybody's got their Swordmaster. Ooh, going to Research Station. That is a combat space, so he's going to push in this troop and advance twice on that track and get an intrigue card. I was wondering when some of those cards were going to start coming up. Okay, blue. Desert Tactics is already taken. Carthag does not exist on this board. When you see this, all you do is resolve the effects that are related to immortality. So that means we're going to cycle this card, the left card, and we're going to advance 1 space there and then draw a new card. Acquire tech. You do have your Swordmaster. Don't have any spice though. You get a 1 spice discount, but even so, can't afford any of these. Draw the next card. Play Spy. All the specialty cards are coming at the same time. So she's got 1 here. This is her next priority. So, oh no, wait. It says place a spy on a desert spot. So that's going to be Chome, I believe, correct? Chome observation post is unoccupied. Place a spy there. All right. Next card. Fremkit. All right, so she advances here. That's a victory point. And now she can go to Siege Tabor if that comes up. It is a combat space, so she's going to push in 2 more troops. So I'm not going to win the combat. Definitely not going to win it, but I can still take second. And now it is my turn. And I'm really annoyed. I can't play experimentation. I have nowhere I can go with this. So the only other card I can play is Dagger. Is that even worth it to go anywhere? I don't have enough Solari to do the High Council seat. I could go to Assembly Hall, but then I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. That would give me 5 persuasion. I need 6. But I'll get an intrigue card, and maybe that will help me. I don't have the influence to go to Imperial Privilege. That could offer some interesting options. So yeah, I guess that means that literally the only thing I can do is either not do anything, and then still only have, then I'd have 4 persuasion at my reveal turn and 1 dagger, and I don't think that's very useful. So yeah, I'll use dagger to go to Assembly Hall and hope that the intrigue card somehow gives me 1 more persuasion or does something else that's useful. Contingency plan. What? If I had that at the beginning of the turn, I could have used it to afford to go to High Council and had enough persuasion to grab Long Reach. Man. Order of events. Nothing you can do. All right, this is spent. Then goes back to green. This would be green's reveal turn, so let's cycle these cards. I'll probably lose Long Reach. 6 and 1. Yep, there goes Long Reach. Man, oh man. What's going to happen now? Southern Faith. Well, maybe I can grab that. All right, so Then it's blue. Now it comes to me. This is my reveal turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 persuasion. I could get Southern Faith. Let's see what this does. It's Bene Gesserit and Fremen, which is very helpful for me. You can go to a Fremen space or a city space, draw a card, or if you have another Bene Gesserit card in play, advance with the Bene Gesserit track. That could be good. And then it gives you 1 persuasion, 2 swords, and if you have 6 or more persuasion on your reveal turn, then you get 2 spice. So yeah, I think that's going to be a winner. I'm going to take that, and that's all of my persuasion. Replace it with Desert Survival. These go on my discard. These go on my discard. I don't know about these cards. I don't know how I'm feeling about my cards. Okay, now we go to combat. I have no sword, so I'm at 6. Green's at 2. Blue is at 10. Green's first player. Let's draw for them. They get 2 more swords. Blue is next. They get 3 swords. So nothing changed. So blue wins the combat. They're going to advance with the Spacing Guild. Grab a contract. So they're just going to get 2 Solari instead because the rivals never gain contracts. They just get 2 Solari, right? That's what that is. Yeah, 2 Solari. And then gain 1 troop. Recruit 1 troop. Okay, I am in second. So I gain a water and 2 Solari. So that puts me at 5 Solari and 2 troops. Okay, now all the troops in combat are lost, and this card goes to blue player who does not have a match. And now we do the maker spaces. Oh, green loses a troop too, sorry. Reset these, do the maker spaces. So that's just this one here. Now we can recall our agents. Everybody's got 3, so that happened quickly. I can't believe it happened that quickly for green. In fact, I think blue was last. Really surprising. Okay, so we're going to the next round. I think it's round 4. Here's the conflict card. Only I cannot gain a victory point from it if I win the card, because I'm the only one without Desert Mouths. But both the rivals have it. Get a contract, trash a card, get a water. So that's all good stuff. Second place gets a water too, so it's not a bad combat to be in, just to be in it. We're going to pass the first player token to blue. Kind of mixed up all the pieces here. There we go. Blue is the first player, and oh, you know what? This makes a little more sense. Put it here. I need to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Diplomacy, signet ring, prepare the way, convincing argument. Okay, that's a lot of persuasion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I haven't done very well with the memories. I might do signet ring to get a second memory, and then do diplomacy on turn 2 to go to secrets and flip my card, and then start trying to hit espionage as much as I can. Okay, I need 1 more card. Smuggler's Harvester. Interesting stuff. This would be a good time. Just all else being equal, with Smuggler's Harvester, a good time to go to Haga Basin, get 5 spice. But it would cost me a water. I really need some cards that will help me get some water. Although the other side of this does that, doesn't it? That's what it does. Spice into water. And I've got spice, and that'll give me more spice. That's not bad. So yeah, I might want to do these 3 cards in this order. 1, 2, 3, going to, or not in that order, in this order. Going to, I don't know, anywhere with Signet Ring, maybe High Council, and getting a seat on the council, and then play this to go to Secrets, play this to go to Haga Basin, or maybe instead of Secrets, maybe I go to Espionage, draw a card, go to Haga Basin, get a bunch of spice, and then with those cards, what would I have? 2, 4, plus 6? Oh, but I wanted long reach, and it's gone. So I can have a big turn, but I don't have a big card to buy with it. That sucks. Although blue player will have a quote-unquote reveal turn before me and turn the cards, and maybe something better will come out. All right, so I've got a pretty decent plan. That's assuming all the board spaces that I want are open. So let's see what blue does. Blue, Carthag. There is no Carthag, so blue's just going to advance here. Man, they've both passed me. She gets an intrigue card. Ignore the rest of the card and flip that over. I feel like the weight on these just visually is all backwards with saying intrigue at the top. I really always want to put it this way. I wish it said intrigue on the bottom. That's neither here nor there. That was Carthax. So now we're going to flip gather support. Good. That does not get in my way. So here, so she's going to gain a troop from here. Also, she's got her sword master and 2 Solari. So she's going to gain and recruit this Sardaukar commander as well, which I have just not interacted with at all. She does not get any of these tokens. That's only for human players. Whereas for me, this would count as any other troop too, and it would activate my abilities. Just a reminder for the rivals, the Sardaukar commanders count as 4 power. They have no abilities. And then for the rivals, once they've used this this troop, which they prioritize for deploying, once they've used it, it's just out of the game. They don't get it back. So quick debrief on how that works. All right, that was gather support. My turn. Like I said, I was going to go to High Council. Is that still what I want to do? If I go to High Council, I can also get a seat on the High Council, get a discount, and get a tech while I'm there. And I can also spend contingency plan, get 2 Solari, and get that Sardaukar troop. That could be interesting. So I really want to go to Haga Basin, but I don't want to pass up this. I've got to play Signet Ring first so I can quickly go over to the Bene Gesserit spot. So I'm going to play Signet Ring. I'm going to go to High Council. That costs me 5 Solari to go there. And so now I have a seat on the High Council. So an extra 2 persuasion for the rest of the game. I am going to spend contingency plan to get 2 Solari. And then spend the 2 Solari to gain this Sardaukar troop, which goes to my garrison. And I've got to pick one of these abilities, and I'm going to go with Hardy. So during my reveal turn, when I've got the Sardaukar commander in the combat, then I can also recruit a troop to my garrison. So I'll put that there. Let's replace the tile. There's another Hardy out there. I can't get it on. There's 2 copies of Fierce. So Fierce or Canny. I was hoping for something different. All right, so I've gone to High Council. I got my seat on the High Council. I got the Sardaukar and wrapped up that piece of it. It's my Signet Ring. I'm going to do the Signet Ring ability, spend 1 spice to gain an Intrigue card and a memory. So there's my memory. Let's get the Intrigue card. Another plot card, draw a card, or the card you played this turn has the Emperor faction icon. I'll probably use it to draw a card. I don't know if I want to use that right now yet. And I could wait. I could play that during my reveal turn too, depending on what this looks like at that time, if I want to try and get a little bit more persuasion. So, okay, that's my Signet Ring ability. Memory, Intrigue card. I feel like there was something else. Oh yeah, I could get a tech for a 1 spice discount. And if I got Suspensor Suits, I would just say that I got that before I just took that action so that when I gain an Intrigue card, I can deploy a troop directly to the conflict. But I don't know that I want to spend that much spice, even with the discount. And I know this card's not going anywhere. Glow Globes is really cheap, and the rivals would want it. Though notably, they don't have much spice. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to get a 1 spice discount, so I have to spend 1 spice, grab Glow Globes. And now you may look at the top card of your deck at any time. Why was that relevant? Oh, in case I want to do that. What is the top card of my deck? Dagger. Interesting. All right, so no persuasion there. Good to know. I could advance now with one time with any 1 faction track. I expect I'll go to one of these spaces again. Although, man, I don't have a lot of faction icons. I could use more. Maybe I should grab this. I want to go here a lot. I don't have a lot of ways to get there either, though. That's kind of a problem. Espionage specifically, I'd like to go there a lot. So I should get that track up. I'll probably go here at least once more to get that victory point. If I go there to get a contract and then go there, that'll get me a victory point there. And if I advance one here ahead of time, then I can get another victory point. But man, I don't know. You know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to advance on that track so that on my next turn when I go there, I'll get a victory point, and that'll be fine. Although, man, you know what? Oh, I'm having a hard time. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I might regret that. It does help a little bit with Prepare the Way. All right. No, I take it back. This is really aggressive and probably not smart. I'm going to go with the Spacing Guild, and I'm going to try and get all 4 of these first level victory points. We'll see what happens. Okay, that was my tech. It's good that I can look at the top card of my deck at any time. I like that. I think I've done everything that I can do with this now. So this has been played, and now it is Green's turn. That was a long turn I just took. Acquire tech at a 1 spice discount. They don't have any spice. Keep going. Either Haga Basin or Imperial Basin. Oh, that's too bad. But it's not that surprising. They don't have the Maker's Hook, so they're getting 4 spice. I really wanted all of that sweet spice because they need it. That is a combat space, but it doesn't have any troops. No Maker's Hook, so not destroying the shield wall either. So now it is Blue's turn. Irakeen. I don't think that affects me much. Pushing 2 troops into combat, prioritizing that one. And gaining a troop, which also goes into the conflict. And Signet Ring is place a spy and gain a troop, which will also go into the combat. Where's the spy going to go? This is their 3rd spy, so it'll go. This is taken. Oh, this one's not. That's their 2nd priority. And then take back the other 2. Maybe I can get one on the Bene Gesserit spot now. And what does she get? Draw an intrigue card. And what does this say? Advance on a track, gain an alliance if able. She's not anywhere near an alliance, so we'll just go by preference. She's going to go there and get a victory point. So that was a pretty good turn for her. I'm definitely not going to win this combat, but I have a decent chance to come in 2nd. Maybe I should push a troop in. But let's go ahead. Let's go do diplomacy. Let's do this. We're going to go to espionage. That cost me a spice. And now I advance 1 with the Bene Gesserit. And now, when you send an agent to a Bene Gesserit board space, you may return all memories, 2 of them, to your supply, drawing a card for each one. 1, 2. All right. Then flip this leader over. Once per turn, you may spend a water to repeat the printed effects of the Bene Gesserit or Fremen board space where you sent an agent this turn. So I could spend a water now to get that effect twice. I haven't done it once yet. So let me do it once. Draw a card. And what is it? Place a spy. Yes. And that spy is going here. So that opened up just in time. And I think I will repeat it because actually I'm going to be able to, I think, get the spice must flow. I've got 2 persuasion up there, plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 1 card to play and I might as well, draw another, do another spy. So that costs a water, spend a water to draw a card. Convincing argument. All right, great. And place another spy. Where's another place I'd like to be? Probably Haga Basin. I don't want to lose that again. This is just a powerful space. I need to keep this spice machine going. So that was diplomacy. I think that went pretty well. So I'm going to have 2 persuasion. What is this? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I only need to hold over 1 more, probably reconnaissance. Gets me 9. So that's the spice must flow. So then I can start getting some spice that way. And that means I can play one of these cards. Probably better off doing Smuggler's Harvester. To get 1, 2 more spice, just because spice is good to have. If I do this, though, I can advance here, which would take me here and get me an intrigue card. Or if I just hold on to it, in my reveal turn, I'll get another specimen, and then I can afford this. Maybe I should get this one, just to open up some more options here. Let's see, what is my next card? If you've got command, you get spice. I think I want to draw Southern Faith. So I'll have the command, I'll get the spice. That'll get me another persuasion. I'll probably use this in my reveal and this in my reveal. I'm probably going to play Smuggler's Harvester on my next turn. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. And then this would be 11, 9. I would like to get this. I'm not going to get up to 13, I don't think. Unless I could go Smuggler's Harvester to accept contract and draw that card, and then use this to potentially draw the next card after I look at it. Well, I should be able to figure out what it is. I think it's the other experimentation, which I think would leave me 1 persuasion short of being able to get the Spice Must Flow and Interstellar Conspiracy, because I would like to pair these 2. Although blue is going to cycle the cards before I get there, so I don't know. We'll see. So that was my big turn. Green is up next. Going to Siege Tabor. Cannot go there. Not enough influence with the Fremen. Carthag, so that means advancing here. And cycling out that card. No! Oh, man. Not happy about that. I don't think I'm going to get that card, even though it's really good. Although I guess I could grab it if I reveal this and get the other experimentation. I could have enough to grab that. It's not a bad card, but I needed the icons to be able to go to these places. Oh, it's killing me. Okay, and then we draw another one. Dutiful Service. All right, so he's going here. Doesn't have the Solari to grab that. Advances one here, and that's his turn. Blue is next. Either deliver supplies or highliner. We're at conflict level 2, so that is deliver supplies. So that's here. She doesn't have the Solari, so she goes up 1. That's a victory point. She's running away with it. I'd like to get a victory point someday. So, okay, back to me. Yeah, I guess I'm going to go for that Twisted Mentat. I don't know what else to do. Smuggler's Harvester to go, even though that spice would be really good. I'm going to end up shuffling my deck, so that'll come back before too long anyway. Accept contract. I'll take deliver supplies here. And I get to draw a card. And so we knew that that was going to be Southern Faith. And then at any time, you may look at the top card of your deck. Yeah, experimentation, and I guess I knew that. So sure, I will spend this plot card now to draw a card. So I've got all my cards now, and that's it for this one. So green is up next. Irakeen is already blocked. Acquire tech at a 1 discount. He's got 4 spice and a sword master. So what can he get? Can't buy that or that, but he can get that one. That one's going to cost 4. So Panopticon for you. And then we'll take a look at what it does. So what does it say by default? This says on the reveal turn, gain a spy and a troop, and during the end game, gain 1 influence with each faction where you have 1 or less influence. I think I tried to use that really poorly once. So the rulebook says the rivals gain the reveal turn effects immediately after completing their last agent turn. For the round, so he's still got an agent left. Oh, but that will be this turn because he hasn't gone anywhere yet. So let's check the next card. Haga Basin or Imperial Basin. Haga Basin's taken. Imperial has no bonus spice, so we go to the next card instead. Assembly Hall, that is free. So we're going here and gaining an intrigue card. That is his second. And he does not have 2 or more influence with the Emperor, so nothing else happens there. That was the end of his last agent turn, so he's going to go ahead and gain a troop and a spy. And the spy will go, can't go there, can't go there, can't go to any of the faction spots, so I don't think he gets to place the spy. Yeah, ignore the effect. Okay, great. So now it would be Blue's turn. We're going to call this Blue's reveal turn and cycle these cards. 4 and 5. So that's these 2. Let's replace them. Maybe there'll be something there that I can afford that I want. We'll find out. All right, now it's my reveal turn. So my swords are worthless because I've got nothing in combat. I didn't go to any combat spaces. Maybe I should have gone here. I don't know. Let's see. I've got my 2 influence up there plus 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 influence. Or 12 persuasion, so I'm definitely going to get this for 9. And immediately gain a victory point for that. That's in my discard. And then I've got 3 more persuasion. Well, you know what? This is an Emperor and Spacing Guild card, even though it only goes to the basic spaces. I could pair that with Interstellar Conspiracy, because I'm still not seeing any icons that I want. It's too bad. If I was able to gain this card right now, I would use my Family Atomics and just wipe this whole thing. And that might still be what I want to do. So I've got 3 persuasion left. Let me just put 1, 2, 3 as a reminder so I don't forget. Let me do some other things here. I get 1, 2 specimens. So we've got 4 specimens now. Let's spend all 4 of them and get this card. It's really strong. Twisted Mentat, so it's a graft card. City or Landsrad spaces, but you may recall the agent you sent this turn, so you can get extra agent turns. That's really strong. So we'll grab that, replace it. Industrial Espionage. That's a pretty good one too. And then what else here? This is Command. I definitely had 6 or more persuasion, so I get 2 spice. So that helps. Then, yeah, no other bonuses. So with the 3 persuasion I have left, do I want to get this, or might I want to just wipe the whole thing and see if I can get something else with my 3 persuasion? And I don't know if I want to wipe it, because that's pretty good. That's not bad. I would still like that. So, you know what? Fine. I'll grab double agent and replace this spy network. And that's it. So this all goes away. All my cards are in my discard pile. Wild. Now we go to combat unopposed. Is it 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? And technically reveal the next card. 2 more. You're at 12. She's going to win the combat. She wins a contract. Can't gain a contract, so she gains 2 Solari instead. Speaking of, I should replace the contract I took. Spice Refinery. Okay. And she gets a water, and she doesn't trash cards, so I don't have to worry about that. Nobody's in second. She gets this, which has the Desert Mouse. That makes a pair for her. So we're going to flip these over and get a victory point. Man, running away with it. Okay, that was it for combat. This all goes away. She loses the troops, and then this goes back to the box. Can reset this. We'll do the maker spaces now. So 1 spice here, 1 spice here, and then bring back all of the agents. I'm going to be first this round, but I'm shuffling my whole deck, so I have no idea what's coming. Okay, so we'll pass the first player token. Going into the next round, I've lost track. This is 5, or I want to say 5. It might be 6. Let's reveal the next conflict card. Question mark symbol. Okay, and the deep cover spy. Gain 2 spice. Or you can get a couple intrigue cards and some Solari. Looking at the text just to see what's out there. Spy drones, flip the card, gain a Solari, and if you recall the spy this turn, trash a card. Oh, recall a spy, yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. What am I going to do? What is my plan? Let's see what my cards are and then decide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. So I've got the signet ring. Really, really would like more ability to go to faction spaces, Bene Gesserit specifically. I should definitely signet ring just to get myself 1 water so I'm prepared to double one of these actions. But where would I want to go with my signet ring? Let's look at my top card. Prepare the way. I don't have 2 influence at the Bene Gesserit. Okay. It's not looking like a very high persuasion turn, but maybe I could get there. I could use Signet Ring to go to accept contract, get the Spice Refinery one and go there. Just gain the 2 Solari. I'd rather keep the Spice, but then I can draw a couple cards. I could then maybe go for another, the Spice Must Flow. I gotta say, I'm really not seeing a good path to victory right now. I need a lot more ability to go to faction spaces, and I gotta trash some of these starting cards from my hand pretty desperately. So, okay, let's use Signet Ring. I'm going to use my Signet Ring ability, spend a spice to gain a water. Man, I wish I was at level 2 at the Fremen. I wouldn't mind going to Siege Tabor. But we'll accept contract. We'll go here, get Spice Refinery contract, and draw a card. And I can look at my next card because, again, Glow Globes, Double Agent. I specifically got that to pair with a card I don't even have, so I don't know how smart that was. It's got 1 persuasion. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 persuasion. That would get me 6. And then I'm thinking if I go to Spice Refiner and complete this, I draw that for 6 and another card. And if that other one gets me to 7, then that gets me to 9. Oh, but I'd have to play this just to go there, which would get me back down to 8. Oof. That's not looking so great. Hopefully, if I drew a second card, it would be Diplomacy, and then I can double up Espionage and draw a bunch more cards. So, I don't know. Let's see. Green's up next. I don't feel great about that being my first turn. Would like to get a tech. Doesn't have the spice for it. Try again. Secrets. Okay. Luckily, I've got a spy. So they're going to advance here and gain the victory point. And then nobody has 4 or more intrigue cards. I have none, 2, 2, so not getting any cards. So that worked out. Blue is next. Place a spy on the rightmost unoccupied observation post for the Landsrad Council. So that's here. Okay. And then Highliner. Man. Nope, that's a spy. Going here. Advancing 1, gaining 3 troops, pushing them all in, plus another 2. So another combat looks like it's going to her. Which is not too bad, but that'll be a victory point at the end of the game. I wouldn't mind getting second place if I can get a troop in. So it's back to me, and I didn't replace that contract again. Let's do that. High Council. I don't really have much desire to go to High Council or Research Station, so that's probably going to be it for contracts. So I think we'll go ahead and play Reconnaissance to go to Spice Refinery. I'm not going to pay any spice, so just gain 2 Solari. Complete this contract, so I draw 2 cards. 1 and 2. Okay, convincing argument. And I can look again at my next card. Oh, another convincing argument. Okay, that's interesting now. So contract is completed. I did everything at that space, but I've got, let's count persuasion again. I've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if I play this next. If I don't play any of those. So that's probably something I should get if I can. But then again, maybe I just say forget it and I grab this because I've been waiting on it. And then that frees me up to play whatever I want over here. In addition, though, this is a combat space. I'm going to push in 1 regular troop. And I think I'm going to be done with this turn. I'm going to go again around the table, and then we'll decide. So green is up next. Research Station. Going here, getting 2 troops. Pushing them in along with another one. That's not great. And then that's it for green. So let me shuffle up this big deck. All right, so I shuffled it a while off camera, shuffle it a couple times on camera. And then it will be blue's turn. Okay. Where are you going, blue? Either Haga Basin or Imperial Basin. There's more bonus spice at Imperial Basin. So gaining 2 spice. So here's the 2 spice, the 1 plus the bonus. Doesn't have a maker's hook, so not taking down the wall. And then deploying these 2 troops. Man, okay. So now it's to me. That was like the one other decent option I had was to go to Imperial Basin. I already forgot. What is my next card? Oh, another convincing argument. I could play Double Agent to go to Arakeen. Playing Double Agent instead of Prepare the Way just because that's 1 more influence. So what would that do? Because then I would draw a card and it would be the other convincing argument. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. You know what I could do with 10? Rather than grab the Spice Must Flow, I could grab this for 4, replace it, spend Family Atomics, and hope that I get a 6 card or lower that has the icons that I want. It's kind of risky, but that might be what I do. But if I have an unlucky draw, it's gonna be a sad day. But I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Let's play Double Agent. So I can go to Arakeen. It's a combat space. So gain a troop, deploy it, and I'm going to deploy these 2. I'm trying to get second place here. I'm not going to win, but I'll go for second. Draw a card. Let me look at my next card just to know what it is. Twisted Mentat. That wouldn't help me this turn that much. So I think I'll not make any attempt to draw that. I don't think I have a way to affect that, but I will not look for a way. So then place a spy where you sent an agent this turn, even if another player's spy is there. I don't know if that's optional or required, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I definitely want these 2 there. So I'm going to move this one from Haga Basin, put it there. I don't mind having a spy on that spot. These are clearly places I like to go, I guess. So, okay, that goes away. And green's up next. Assembly Hall. That is open. I feel like green keeps going there and doesn't have the influence. So he's going to get an intrigue card. That'll be his 3rd. So he spends all of them and gains a victory point, putting me in dead last, but doesn't get the other effect because he doesn't have 2 influence with the Emperor. Blue is up next. Desert Tactics. That is open. Go up 1 with the Fremen, gain a troop, deploy to the combat. No Maker's Hook, so still not taking down the wall. Now it is my turn, and it is my reveal turn. So I know I keep adding it up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 influence, plus 2 specimen. Let's do that. And a sword. Let's see where I'm at here. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's not me. That's me. 8 plus a sword is 9. On my reveal turn, I've got my Sardaukar there, so I gain a troop to my garrison. Might as well add these up while I'm here. This is at 6. 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's going to be at 16. All right, so this is done. Took care of these. Now it's just persuasion. And I'm at 10. I will take this. Let's replace it. That's worth 5. That might be one I want. Ooh, that would be good if I had pushed this harder because it lets you acquire expensive cards, 6 or less when you play it. Yeah, I don't want any of those. I'm spending my family atomics token. So let's wipe this whole thing. I still have 6 persuasion left. Let's see if I get something better. So it costs 3. That costs 5. That costs 4. These are all on the table. This costs 3. And this one is 6. So I can get any of these. Let me take a look at them. See if anything's catching my eye. I like the 1 water, though. I see that. Fremen card with 1 water. Subversive Advisor is pretty cool, but it's like a one-time thing. You're going to end up trashing it. Pointing the way, I think, is what I want, though. Not for the ability. I could go to Fremen Space, which is good, but I think just for the reveal effect. So it's 1 persuasion, 2 swords, but if you have 6 or more persuasion, which I have the last couple of rounds, then you could advance on any faction track, and I think I really need that. Even though, man, there's 2 other Emperor cards out there that could pair with this, but here we are. I'm taking this for 6. And since I had the first reveal turn, now we're going to cycle the row. Whoops. Amateur. 5 and 2. 5 and 2. So that's this one and this one. Come on. Man, I'd love to go to some faction spaces, though. Just not seeing it. Ooh, Clandestine Meeting, Bene Gesserit. No icons, but you advance at the Bene Gesserit and get an intrigue card. That is really cool. I don't remember that at all. I would like that. Okay, that was my reveal turn. I made it. These all go in my discard. These go in my discard. And I'm starting with Twisted Mentat, so I can get an extra turn next round. Okay, so they don't do anything else, and now we go to combat. So I'm first player. Green draws next. 3. 1, 2, 3. That's unfortunate. Blue draws next. 1. All right, so blue wins. We kind of knew that was going to happen. So first she gets 2 spice, and then deep cover. So she's going to place a spy here, and that is her 3rd spy. So she's going to take that off the board and that off the board. And what does that do? That gives her an intrigue card, which is her 3rd. Man. Another victory point. And gain an alliance if possible. And she's got 2 options to gain an alliance. So she would prefer the Fremen. So she goes up here, gains the Fremen alliance. That's a victory point too. Holy cow. And we're going to tie for 3rd. An intrigue card and 2 Solari each. So here's the Solari. And for me... and an intrigue card each. We'll go in turn order, so I'll take the first one. It's combat. That looks interesting. One goes here. What does my intrigue card do? Gruesome Sacrifice. Lose 2 of your troops in the conflict. Then you can advance on the Tlilaxu track and gain 2 specimens. That's not that bad. I could do that actually right now. Or no, I couldn't do it now. I'd have to do it at the beginning of the conflict. So, okay. Conflict is over now, so all this stuff is lost. Man, look at all those blue cubes. And this goes to the blue player. It doesn't count until the end of the game, that question mark. Now, we'll reset these. Refill the maker spaces. 1 here, 1 there. Now we can recall our agents. And pass the first player token, going into the next round. Oh, I forgot to do that, didn't I? Although it would have happened after his last turn. immediately after the agent turn. So this would not have gone into the combat no matter where he sent his agent. But let's see, this was blue combat, green combat. This must have been blue's turn, green's turn. It wasn't a combat space anyway. Okay, so he gets a 1 troop, and he should have placed a spy. Prefers here, and then prefers here, and then here, and then here. Okay, got to try and remember that. Hopefully I'm not making too many mistakes. Glad I caught that one. Let's look at the next conflict card. It's the last level 2 card. Desert Mouse. That'd be a victory point for green. Not for me. Not really relevant for blue. I would like to do something that resembles being on the path to victory, though. Here are my 5 cards. The Spice Must Flow, Southern Faith, Diplomacy, Smuggler's Harvester, Twisted Mentat. I would like to do something that would let me draw some cards. I'd like to go here twice with I'd like to go here and double it with Diplomacy, and then I can also double, I guess, Fremkit. I can get a bunch of cards. That would be good. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this and put this here, so I have to see it when I take green's agents. All right, so green is starting. And we draw the top card, Haga Basin or Imperial Basin. Haga Basin's got the bonus spice. Let's go in here. It doesn't have the maker's hook, so he gets 1, 2, 3 spice. Here's the 3 spice. And it is a combat space, so he's going to do that. It's not going to gain any other troops, though, so not too bad. Next up is blue. Same card. There's no bonus spice, so draw again. We're in conflict level 2. So that means deliver supplies. I wasn't really intending to go there, but I guess I'm not. Oh man, look at that. Another alliance. Ouch. That's it for that card. Now it is my turn. Man, I knew she was going to beat me, but this is real bad. I am going to start with Diplomacy and go to Espionage. So I finally get my victory point there. And I need to spend my spice. I don't think I've done that. And this is a Bene Gesserit space, so I'm going to spend this 1 water to repeat the effect. So I'm going to draw 2 cards, and I can place 2 spies. Oh, and you know what? I will recall this spy. Oh, but then there's going to be a spy there. I can't put it right back. I was going to recall it to draw another card, but there's that darn deep cover agent there. Let's shuffle these. I'll draw 2 cards, and then I can look at my top card, and then I will decide if I want to, if it's worth it to me to recall. Shuffle it real good. Put all the good cards on the top. And I've played super smart, so they're all good cards, right? Here we go. 2 cards. Convincing Argument. Ooh, and Signet Ring. Okay. Okay. I really wanted another Bene Gesserit card. Let's see what's on top. Not Bene Gesserit. Pointing the way. Command 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a command ability too. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to recall that spy right now, but I can place spy twice. So I can move other spies. I can move that spy to somewhere else, but I think I kind of like that spot too. So I don't think I'm going to do anything with spies. I think that's it for my turn. Feeling like that could have gone a little better. But what I could do next turn is play Signet Ring, use this ability to turn this spice into a water, and then I could do Southern Faith to go here, and then spend the water to draw 2 more cards, and potentially even recall that spy to get another card. So what does this give me again? Oh, it lets me advance on a track, and that could be really good. I'd like to get to command without having to play this card, though, because then I would get another 2 spice, too. With Southern Faith, I mean. I don't know. Well, that's it for Diplomacy. So next up is green. Sardaukar. Going here. And advancing on that track, gaining a victory point for it. Gaining 2 troops. And he's got 2 Solari and a Swordmaster. So he's gaining that Sardaukar. Not bad for green. Blue is next. Arakeen. That's where I wanted to go. Good thing I left my spy there. So gaining a troop, deploying it to the conflict. Signet Ring, gain another troop, so that's going to go to the conflict. And also place a spy. And they'd prefer here, and then there, and then there, and then there. Those are all taken. No spy for you. Good. Okay, so back to me. So I will play this Twisted Mentat, and I'll graft it with Signet Ring. And I will send an agent here by recalling this spy. And so, I can recruit a troop. I could make it my Sardaukar. Do I want to do that? I don't know what else I'm doing with this Solari, really. Looking around, I don't know what else I would do with Solari. Yeah, we'll spend it. So we recruit a troop and the Sardaukar, sorry. And it's a combat space. I'll deploy those two plus the one I had in my garrison. See if I can do something with this conflict. And then I draw a card. We knew what that was. Let's look at the next one. Experimentation. I don't know if that's really helpful. I'll do my Signet Ring ability. I'll spend this last spice to gain a water. And then with Twisted Mentat, you may recall the agent you sent this turn. Let's. Okay, so I'll get a couple more turns. So if on my next turn, I can use either of these to go here, spend the water. I'll draw 2 cards, one of which will be Experimentation, which is not that great. What'll I have left over? I'll have my 2 Persuasion plus 3, 4, 5, and whichever one of these I play, I'll have the other one left to give me a 6th. So I'll have enough command to trigger the other one, plus this will give me an extra as well, 7. And then I can play one more card that's worth 1 Persuasion. So let's put here. I'm going to play one of these. Definitely can't play those. Play one of these and then something else. And also I plan in the conflict to play this to advance there, get an intrigue card. A couple more of these can let me do this maybe. Maybe I can get up to that victory point in the spice. All right, I've not been very efficient. Let's let green go. Dutiful Service. Really hitting that Emperor track. It's the last troop here, or the last agent here. All right, so that goes up. Doesn't have the Solari to gain this other Sardaukar, and that's it for that. So now it's his reveal turn, according to this anyway. So he can place a spy, but all the spots that he would like to go are full. So again, not placing a spy, and then gains a troop. Okay, now we go to blue, and where is she going? Carthag, okay, so that is going to advance once here, and discard that card. What does that get me? Chair Dog. I don't know if I care about that at all. And let's see, the next card. How much influence? Oh, she's got plenty of influence with the Spacing Guild somehow now. So she's going to shipping. That is up here. And gaining 2 Solari and advancing on her 3rd preference track, which is Fremen. Oh man, just devastating. I am next. I really wish I had a Bene Gesserit card in play, and I would do this, but I don't. I want to go to the Fremen space. So would I rather advance on any one track or gain 2 spice? I think I'd rather advance on any one track. So I'm going to keep this. I'm going to play Southern Faith and send my agent to Fremkit. So I get to draw a card. And it is, yeah, I knew that was going to be the card. Let's see what the next one is. Prepare the Way. I wish I had that in my hand previously, because then I could have played it before Southern Faith. That hurts. So let's see. I'm going to have 2 Persuasion, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would get me 7, 8, and I could play one of these cards, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, if I grab that. 5, 6, 7, 8. I would like to have 9. So I could play this to go, I guess to accept contract to draw another card, depending on what the next card is. Otherwise, I could go to Imperial Basin and get 2 spice, which isn't the end of the world. It's not like the greatest move ever. Oh, but this lets me draw a card. Since I don't get the other bonus, I will draw a card. I get Prepare the Way. Now let's look at the next card. double agent. I think I'm going to leave that in there because the card that I want to pair it with, I think, is also in there. So I think that means I don't want to draw any more cards. So I don't want to pay this water to draw a card. So that means, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means I wouldn't be able to play another card if I want to get the Spice Must Flow, which would mean this extra agent is kind of wasted. Blech. I don't know. I got to think about this for a second. So I think I'm going to stop recording and download my footage while I think about this. I'll be right back. All right. I kind of forgot what I was even thinking about. Yeah, it was that. I'm not going to draw that card. What I did go back to, I went back. I couldn't remember. I reviewed the footage. I did not advance this track yet. So that's what I need to do. I'm going to advance that track for going to Fremkit. So that gets me a victory point at least. And then I've kind of made peace with the fact that I'm not going to draw that card. So this is going to go here. And now it's green's turn. They've already finished, but this would be the time that a human player would take a reveal turn. So I'm going to cycle this deck now. Maybe that'll be good. A 1 and a 6. So it's just this card. Let's see if this gives me any options. Delivery logistics. No, probably not. So it comes back to me again. I've got this one more agent, but I think I need to keep all these cards to be able to get another The Spice Must Flow and to not mess up my potential next round. How many cards are in this deck? I know what the top one is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 cards here. I know this top card pairs with one of these cards. I'm just going to leave it. So I'm just going to skip this last agent turn and take my reveal turn now. I do have a Sardaukar out, and I have Hardy, so on my reveal turn, I gain another troop to the garrison. I'm also going to, before combat, I'm going to play Gruesome Sacrifice. Can't forget about that. So let's see, I've got the Spice Must Flow, so I gain a spice for that. And I've got 1 experimentation, so I gain a specimen. And I do have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 persuasion. So that's enough for this command to advance on any one track. And so let's do that here on the Emperor track and gain a victory point for that. And then I'll spend my persuasion on another The Spice Must Flow, which gets me a victory point. And there was something else. Oh, I've got 2 swords here. So where am I at? 2, 4, 6 plus 2 is 8. Versus 4 and 2. And I think I'll spend these 3 specimens here to gain either 2 troops to the garrison or advance on this track. I'm going to advance on the Tlaxu track and get an intrigue card. So on Tlaxu puppet plot card, I can gain 1 persuasion during this reveal turn. I don't need 1 more. Or endgame, if I have a seat on the High Council, and if I'm all the way advanced here, then it's worth a victory point. I'm not going to advance that all the way across the research track, so I'll just save this part. Alrighty, and I think that's it for my reveal turn. So let's put this here. We go into, oh, these are discarded too. Go into combat now. Ooh, although thinking about it now, I was thinking like just having the conflict would be losing the troops. But this is really saying remove them from the conflict. They're not going to participate. So I don't know if I want to play this or not. How much do I want to advance that track 1 time and gain 2 specimens versus winning this conflict? I don't know that I care about the win itself that much, like for the rewards, but I want to prevent green from potentially getting the card, and if I got the card, I wouldn't get any victory points, but if I won any other conflict after that, it would guarantee I could match something. So I'm not sure. I've got a decent chance of winning as it stands right now. If I remove 2 troops, I would go down to 4. And then blue and I would tie for first, so we'd both get the second place reward. Nobody would get the card, assuming blue draws no swords and green doesn't pass us. That would be my preferred outcome, but that means I would have to draw a 1 or a 0 or a 2, 2, 1 or 0, and then a 0 for sure. I don't think that's going to happen. And this is really only valuable if I can advance on that Tlaxu track twice. So maybe we'll just see if I happen to advance on it later, and then I'll hold on to this. Maybe I'll play it another time. Okay, so I'm not going to play that. We go to the conflict. Who's first player? Green is. Let's draw for green. Nothing. Draw for blue. 1. So if I had done that, blue would have taken first, I would have taken second. Not the worst result, but I guess this is better. So I win the conflict now. So I advance one with the Fremen. I gain one water. The water is very nice, no denying that. And I can add a troop to the garrison. And then I lose these troops. Then green gets nothing. Blue gets 3 spice. So that puts blue up to 7 spice total. But we're still at level 2, so we're not turning that in for a victory point quite yet. And then blue gains a troop. We will in a minute, though. And these troops go away, and I get this card. Okay, that's the end of the conflict. This stuff resets. Let's do the maker step. So that's another spice here, 1 spice here. Now we can recall our agents. Blue, blue, blue. And 3, where's, oh, my other one's here, even though I took all my turns. Okay, now we reveal the level 3 conflict card. Battle of Arakeen. The wall is still up. Nobody's got a Maker's Hook. We're going to pass the first player token to blue. I need to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 1 left. Here we go. These were the 2 I wanted to pair together for some reason. I don't even remember anymore. And I can look at my next card. It is a dagger. Okay, so I think I am out of time for now. I'm going to have to come back in a few hours to finish this up. So maybe I'll have a chance to look at the game between now and then. But let's see if I can turn this around. I started advancing this track. I can get another victory point there. I might be able to take the Bene Gesserit Alliance. I don't think I'll pass blue on either of those tracks. But if I can keep this card draw up, I'm going to keep grabbing the Spice Must Flow and using that spice to, with my Signet Ring, turn it into water to double up these actions as much as I can, which should continue to feed more the Spice Must Flow. So we'll see how that goes. Looking at this combat card, I wouldn't mind getting that victory point. I've got plenty of spies out here. I've got 2 spies. I must have used 1. I've got 2 spies out here, but that could be worth it for another victory point. And I'd really like to get the flag on Imperial Basin for the extra spice, but Arakeen's still not bad. Oh, and if I use double agent, I can put another spy down so that I can leave my spy here and pull this one and another one to get a couple of victory points. That'd be good. And in theory, I can even go to Siege Tabor now, get my Maker's Hook, and hopefully one of the rivals will destroy the wall, and then I can start bringing some worms in too. So blue is still winning for sure, but there's a path for me to get a bunch of points real quick. So we'll see how this goes. I will be back in a couple hours. For you, it'll be a couple seconds. So I guess wish me luck, and I'll see you then. All right, it's a few hours later. I don't remember exactly what I was doing. I was doing something important with these 2 cards. Let's just start with the blue player. I know that's first player for this round, so we'll just get going and I'll figure it out. Haga Basin or Imperial Basin, wherever there's more bonus spice, it's going to be Imperial Basin. And still no Maker's Hook, so we're just going to get this spice plus 1 more spice. That's 2 spice, and we are on a level 3 conflict now, and there was already 7 spice there. So let's just grab 7 spice and exchange those for a victory point. And let's see, this is a combat space, so we'll push that troop it. And now it's my turn. So I guess it's time to figure out what I was doing here. I can look at my next card. I think it was Dagger. It is Dagger. Wanted to play these grafted together, and if grafted with an Emperor or Space and Guild card, this is both, gain 1 spice and advance any track here. It'd be nice if I had any other icons. But I know I really do want to win this combat. I've got a couple Solari, so I can gain my Sardaukar this turn. So I'd like to go to Arakeen so I can get this card draw, so that I can, with more card draws later, shuffle this up and maybe get something useful to me. But I think Siege Tabor is probably the better place to go, because I do have the influence with the Fremen. So what am I doing? Agent. We're gonna go here. Doesn't cost anything. I gain my Maker's Hook so that maybe I can get some worms later, or somehow take down the shield wall, I guess. And I gain a troop, and it is a combat space I'll deploy. I have 2 in garrison, I'll deploy them. I'll pay my 2 Solari and gain my Sardaukar and also deploy them then. And did I take my water? I didn't take my water yet. So let's not forget to gain a water. So that's these effects. And then this says place a spy where you sent an agent this turn, even if occupied. And if grafted with Emperor's Spacing Guild, advance on a faction track. I think chances are low, but not zero, that I could pass blue on this track. Maybe I should do that and then really fill up on water too. But I don't know if I should be trying to pass blue or if I should just try and rush for that Bene Gesserit one. Oh, but while I think about that, I also gain a spice. Let me do that. That's pretty good too. Okay, what track am I going to advance? There's also an argument to be made just to go do the Spacing Guild one and get another victory point. I'm pretty far behind. I think I'm going to go here to Fremen. I'll gain the water. It's never bad to have the water. I know it's harder, but I would rather try and pass blue because that'll net me 2 points. I'll go up and she'll go down versus just gaining 1 point here. That's not going to slow down blue at all. So I've done this and this and this. I went here, did all that stuff, did the combat stuff. Okay. So these have both been played. That was my turn. Now it's green's turn. Place a spy. And this is green's third spy. So we're going to go the rightmost unoccupied space here. These two come back. And what do they get? Two to the garrison. I'll put them at top. So I remember that this turn, yeah, they were drafted or they were recruited. So when he goes to this combat space, they are going to deploy in addition to these two and also gain one. Oh my goodness. And deploy that. And Signet Ring, which is what? Gain a spice. Okay. So this combat is pretty well contested. So let's, I was going to go, but it's not my turn yet. It's blue's turn. Deep Desert. Oh man. Okay. Well, there goes all that spice. That was something I was hoping to get in a little bit, but no Maker's Hook. So 4, 5, 6, 7 spice. Just turn all that in immediately for a victory point. That's a real problem. That is a combat space, but blue has nothing in the garrison. Ouch. Ouch on that one. Oopsie. I need to take my turn now, and I think I'm going to play Reconnaissance and go to Research Station. So I will go here. That costs me 2 of my 4 water, which is a high price, but now I can advance on the research track. So I'll go here, advance that. If I can advance one more time, victory point and 2 spice would be good. But now, crucially, I get to draw 2 cards. So I get this one, and now I can reshuffle this deck and hopefully get something that's going to save me. I would like to get some troops. I would like to very much go to espionage. Or if I couldn't go to espionage, desert tactics would be really useful actually right now. I would take that. Yeah, if I get that diplomacy card, it's going to be a hard choice between espionage and desert tactics. Oh, man. Okay, so second card. The spice must flow. Well, that's not gonna do much. Okay. That was my turn. This has been played. Green is up next. Green's going to desert tactics. Well, that puts an end to that idea. That is going to go up to here. Victory point for green. And gain a troop. Deploy along with these two. Yikes. I wish they had a Maker's Hook. That would take down the shield wall, and then I can go get some worms, but no hook. So it's looking like I am out of this combat, or at least taking second, but that's not going to help much. Blue is up. Blue is going to Fremkit. Advancing here. Well, now I'm toast on that track. I'm not passing blue, and it is a combat space, but they've got nothing. So now it's back to me, and I don't have a lot of options I'm happy with, but I'm going to play experimentation and go to accept contract. And so that gets me research. So then, I definitely want to advance on the Tlilaxu track. So I gain a specimen, advance here, victory point, and the 2 spice. And So that was this. Now I get to gain a contract and draw a card. Let's draw the card first. Oh, Southern Faith. Wish I had you earlier. I guess I could have checked too. What is my next card? Another experimentation. I don't know if that does much for me. I mean, I could advance and then advance again and then try and push my way to the end for this end game scoring, but I don't think the game's not going to last long enough for me to do that. Maybe I'll play this in combat, get a couple of those troops out of there, and then push that track another time because I'm getting closer to that victory point anyway. That seems doable. Oof. So, okay, I get a contract too. I guess I'll grab Research Station since I've gone there. Maybe there's a chance I'll go again. And replace it. Immediate to Solari. I'd rather have that. But okay, now I've played this. Now green's got another turn. Siege Tabor. I'm blocking it, unfortunately, because I kind of want that shield wall down. So instead, Sardaukar. And advance one here. Gain the alliance. And 2 troops. And now it's this reveal turn, so 1 more troop and place a spy. And his top priority is here. Okay, now blue would go, and this is when a human player would reveal, so I'm going to refresh the Imperium row. 4 and 3. These go away. And we get Sandwalk and another Sardaukar coordination. I seem to really remember liking that card in games past. I don't know that it's serving me super well this time to go pick it up, but you can go to either the Landsrat or the Emperor track, and it says you may deploy any troops you recruit this turn to the conflict. So you can go to gather support or Sardaukar, and then those troops, you can deploy them. So that's kind of nice. So that kind of puts Sardaukar maybe a little better than Highliner in that regard, because it's 1 spice per troop, 4 troops instead of 5, but then you're gaining an intrigue card. So pretty interesting. So anyway, now it's my turn, and it is my reveal turn, so these are the cards. So I'm going to gain a spice from the Spice Must Flow. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 persuasion, so not enough for this command. So I've got 5 persuasion. I do get 1, 2, 3 swords. So let's figure this out. Blue is at 2. I can count that high. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. Plus 3 swords, 9, 10, 11. Green is going to get 4 for this, plus 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think I have second place pretty locked up, so I am definitely going to play that during combat. So what else? What do I do with my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 persuasion? Well, the uses for this one I've already gone over. This one's not bad either, though. This is a Bene Gesserit card, which I would rather have, but I mostly want it to pair it with Southern Faith. But you play it, you don't go anywhere, but you advance with the Bene Gesserit, and you gain a intrigue card. And I think that sounds pretty good, actually. I'm going to do that with 4 of my persuasion. Let's replace it. So the only other one I could get is Sandwalk. I don't think I want to do that. I don't have enough specimens for any of this stuff, so these all go into my discard. This goes into my discard. And now it's time for combat. So blue is first player. Blue gets 2 swords. Then it comes to me. Then it comes to green. Green gets 2 swords. And the player may go last. The human player can play cards at the end. I will play this. So I will lose 2. Oh, reveal turn. I forgot this too. I also get a troop because of that. Okay, so I'm going to play this. Lose 2 troops. Doesn't really matter which 2. I'll lose these 2. So I go down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gain 2 specimens. And advance on this track, on the Tlilaxu track. Maybe I can get a point out of that if I survive long enough. We will go at least one more round. It's not ending this round. This card is like welded to the board. There we go. All right. So that's everything for combat. So combat's over. Green wins. I take second. Let's take care of me first. I get an intrigue card. So this is a plot card. Oh, I can destroy the shield wall. that's really helpful. Or I can deploy up to 4 troops from your garrison to the conflict. Probably use it for the shield wall thing. What else? I get 1 spice and 3 Solari. So here's 5 spice. We'll just take away 4. So again, 1 spice and 3 Solari. Okay, green is going to be the winner here. Green gains a victory point and places a flag on Arakeen. And do they recall those two? I bet they do. Yeah, the rivals do that. So they're going to take the only 2 spies on the board to do that to gain another victory point. And I fall into 3rd place. And now they collect this one, which does not make a set, at least. All right, so now we lose our troops from the combat. This Sardaukar goes away permanently, because that's how the rivals roll. And now we do the maker spaces. So that's just 1 spice here. And now we can start recalling the agents. And I get to go first this time. Probably should have looked at my next card. Oh, it was experimentation. Yeah, okay. All right, we're going into the next round, likely the last round. Conflict is going to be at the Spice Refinery. 2 victory points, extra 1 if you've got Solari. I don't have Solari. If I wanted to try and win with a Sandworm and double this whole thing, it could be worth 1, 2, 3, 4 victory points if I had 12 Solari. And where would that even get me? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just enough to tie with where blue currently is. So I think I am in a pretty rough spot. Let's draw my 5 cards and also pass the first player token. So I'm first player, and I'm starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I've got experimentation, twisted mentat, prepare the way, pointing the way, convincing argument. These are some interesting cards. And let's take a look. What's my next card? The spice must flow. That won't do much for me. How many cards do I have left? 4. The top one is the spice must flow. Man, I don't see a good way out of this one. I think I made a choice. I think I'm going to graph these 2 together and send my agent to Spice Refinery. So I will use the Spice Refinery space to spend 1 spice and gain 4 Solari. And I had some other ideas here. It's a combat space. I'm going to deploy that troop. I'm going to spend 2 Solari. So I guess I have 5 left. Let me trade these in for a 5. So here's 5 to get my Sardaukar and deploy them because it's a combat space. And I do have 2 influence with the Bene Gesserit, so I can draw a card. I know what the card is. It's not going to do anything for me right now. And now I can look at my next card because of Glow Globes. Signet Ring. I would like Signet Ring. And I've got these 2 left in my hand. And then you may recall the agent you sent this turn, and I think I will. So I get more turns. I think that's it for now. I'm going to hold on to this. I don't want to get rid of the shield wall until I need to. I don't need to have any outside opportunity of the rivals getting worms in the meantime. So now these have been played. And I'm going to use this to hopefully go to Haga Basin and get the bonus spice, play this, gain a worm, and then I can play this and probably go to one of the Fremen spaces, but then also if you have 1 or more sandworms in the conflict, gain an intrigue card. So that's what I'm thinking. Let's see what happens to these plans. Green goes next. Carthag is not a thing, so they're going to go here, gain a victory point. And this card goes away. Replaced with, I think that's the promo one. That one's pretty interesting. Okay, now we draw another card. Highliner, that figures. Green's going hard at combat these last couple rounds. So advance 1 space here. Another victory point. Oh, come on. I'm in the dust here. And gain 3 and deploy them. And it's a combat space, so 2 more deploys. Yeesh. All right, well, at least that card's dealt with. Blue is next. Deep Desert. There's no bonus spice. Reveal another card. Acquire tech for a 1 spice discount. This is the only one available. It's going to cost them 4 spice, so not happening. Place a spy. I'm getting all the bonus cards. So 1 spy on the Chome space. And draw another card. Acquire tech. Still not going to happen. Glad to burn it. Accept contract. No, you're way up there. So you're going to shipping. And gaining 2 Solari. So that gets up to 6. So 1 more is going to be a victory point. And advance with your number 1 track. That's Bene Gesserit. Okay. I can feel the walls closing in. So here we go. I'm moving along with experimentation. Man, I need some cards. I guess I'll get some cards with this. What is next? I don't remember. Oh yeah, Signet Ring. Okay, well that's not bad. So experimentation, I'm going to go to Haga Basin, pay my 1 water, and I'll gain the bonus spice. And I will do the research track, do this, which advances research again, which gets me my 6th Solari. In the off chance I win this combat, so I can at least get the victory point. And then I will play Detonation to get rid of the shield wall. So this is gone, and I'll use my Maker's Hook to gain a Sandworm. So that's something. I'm trying. It's a combat space. I don't have anything else to push in, though. So that kind of hurts. All right, that's been spent. That's it for my turn. Green is next. Siege Tabor. See, going for that hook. You can go there now. Gains the hook. I don't like the way that looks. And a troop. And it is a combat space. That troop deploys, and this comes out too. My goodness. And a water. All right, that seems like enough. Blue is up next. Espionage. Wish I could go there. Oh, all right. So that's 11. So that's the end game trigger if they're at 11 still at the end of the round, which I imagine they will be. And they also want to place a spy. They prefer here, then here. And that was their 3rd spy. So this comes back and this comes back. And they gain an intrigue card, which looks like they don't have any others. 1 intrigue card. And what else? Advance, gain an alliance if possible. That is not possible, so what is their preference? Bene Gesserit, sure it is. Oh man, that hurts a lot. My turn now. How am I going to try and salvage this? Pretty sure I've done myself in already, but I will play Pointing the Way. Keep forgetting what this next card is. Signet Ring. So I should probably go to Fremkit, I would think, to get Signet Ring, and then pay water to get something else using my Reverend Mother effect, and hope that those are good places to go for these. For this agent, I'll have, I guess, the Signet Ring and 1 other place to go. Maybe it'll be Diplomacy, unless that's already buried in here somewhere. There's a chance it'll be Diplomacy. That would be helpful. Oh, I guess Highliner's taken, though, so maybe not helpful. I don't know. I think I'm just toast. I don't have enough water to double up on Desert Tactics to get 2 more troops. I can go there once, but I don't think trashing a card is going to help very much. Really, the only other option with this card is to go to Arakeen. I don't mind giving the 1 Solari to green because he doesn't have any other Solari. It's fine. That would let me draw a card and gain 1 troop for sure. So I'd get Signet Ring and a troop. This would be gain Signet Ring and potentially spend a water for whatever is below Signet Ring. I think I have to take the chance. I'm not going to win going there. So, okay, I'm sending my agent to Fremkit. I get to draw a card. Signet Ring. Let's use Glow Globes to see what's next. Smuggler's Harvester. It's not Diplomacy. Man, does that mean Diplomacy is the very bottom card? I think that's the only one left. I could have used it. I don't know what I would have used it for. I keep saying that. Highliner's not going to help me. So let's do this. If you have 1 or more Sandworms in the conflict, gain an intrigue card. Let's see if that changes anything. Another detonation, or deploy up to 4 troops from your garrison to the conflict. I need troops from my supply to go to the conflict. I don't need another detonation. That's useless to me. Or I guess I could, on my reveal turn, gain this troop and play this plot card to push the 1 troop into the conflict. I have used Glow Globes a lot, but I'm wondering if maybe I should have gotten Suspensor Suits at some point. I know I was eyeing it, but never grabbed it. So, okay, the only question left is, do I want to spend this water to draw a card again? I don't know how this card would help me. I can't go anywhere with this card that I can't go with Signet Ring. And the one extra spice is not going to do anything for me. So I'm not going to spend the water. I'll save it. I don't know what I'm saving it for, but I'm saving it. That's spent. All right, green, you're up. Spice Refinery. I did leave that open. So you've got a Signet Ring ability there, which is to gain a spice. So that's going to be spice number 5. Okay, it's a combat space, but he's got no more troops. Going to blue. Oh, wait. Now we do this too. This is on the reveal turn, so I believe this is after their last turn. They gain the troops, so I don't think that deploys. And they place a spy, and they would prefer it here. Okie dokie. Yeah, just looking at the rule book, the ruling on Panopticon there, a rival gains the reveal turn effects immediately after completing their final agent turn each round. So I don't think that troop gets to go into combat. Not that that's going to save me. Blue now. Place a spy. Is that really what we're doing at this moment? Here you go. There's your spy. Next card. Carthag, not a thing, but of course you get a victory point. So that's bad. Pull the next card. Spice Refinery's already filled. Acquire tech. You've got 2. No, can't get that. Acquire tech. What is happening? Espionage is already taken. Secrets. Bene Gesserit to the end. That track is done. I don't have that many intrigue cards, so that's it for that turn. Now it's my turn again. I've still got another agent. And this next card, does it have any swords on it? No, it doesn't. Realizing maybe I should have spent the water to grab that card, because I think I'll probably go to Arakeen, or I could go to Arakeen and then get another card and hope for some swords, even though I'm confident it's diplomacy. But my other option is I could use Signet Ring to go to gather support, get 2 troops in my garrison, on the reveal turn get another, and then spend this to deploy those 3 troops into combat. But then it's going to leave me 14 to 13 power behind green. And I don't see another way to get any points. So my other thought was, I guess if I had already taken this card, I know diplomacy's next. I could have gone to research station, drawn diplomacy, and then one other card and hope that it was useful, and then advance this and get another intrigue card. I guess another option is I could play Signet Ring to go to Assembly Hall, and then immediately buy Suspensor Seats, then grab the intrigue card, deploy a troop to the conflict, and then I would get another troop that I could deploy later and hope that the intrigue card gives me a bunch of swords. That's honestly probably the best chance I have. It's not a very good chance, but I'll take slim chances over no chances. So, okay, I'm playing Signet Ring, and I'm going to go to Assembly Hall. And the first thing I'm going to do is buy Suspensor Suits. I do have a seat on the High Council, so I get a 1 spice discount. So that'll cost me 2 spice. So I'm spending 5, getting 3 back. I gain Suspensor Suits. Probably should have had it a long time ago. And now for each intrigue card you draw or steal during your turn, recruit a troop to your garrison and deploy it to the conflict. Ooh, and this is important. I just saw I had these 3 guys, and I can spend them on my reveal turn to get 2 more troops and deploy them with this card. That's actually huge. And to be clear, I am still definitely losing this game, but I can still get some points that way. So, okay, let's grab my intrigue card. And this, oh, interesting. Shaddam's Favor. I don't have 3 influence there, but I can just spend this right now and get a troop. Okay, spend it, recruit a troop. It's 1 in my garrison. And because I gained an intrigue card during my turn, I can gain another troop. And then I could use my Water of Life ability, but I don't know why I would. So I'm just going to ignore that. I'm going to leave that alone. So that's it for the turn, but that actually went pretty well. So now we'd go back to green. This is when a person would have a reveal turn. That is a 1 and 6. Doesn't really matter. Oh, wait, that's 5. 6 is nothing. Replace the 1. Spacing Guild's Favor. All right, so let me go around. Now it's my reveal turn. And so I've only got 2 cards in hand. Spice Must Flow and Convincing Argument. So I get a 5th Spice, and I have 4 Influence or 4 Persuasion. There's my Spice. I I guess I could take this card. I'm not going to live long enough to see anything, but sure, let's take it. I wish I'd had it this last turn. Captured Mentat. That's a neat one. All right, so that was these, and then it's my reveal turn, so I gain 1 there. And I thought I was gaining another one somehow. Oh yeah, I was going to do this. Spend these 3 from the tank, these 3 specimens, to gain 2 troops. Even though it would be nice to advance that track, get another intrigue card. But now I'll spend this intrigue card. Deploy up to 4 troops from your garrison to the conflict. I've actually got 5 in the garrison now. I've got too many. All right. Come on. Okay. That's it for my reveal turn. This stuff all gets discarded. And the conflict starts. So there's only 2 of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Green's at 14. I am at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. And let's see. Oh, I guess I don't have any swords or anything. So I hope this is a 0. Oh, it's a 0. How about that? Okay. Well, that was exciting. And blue doesn't draw a card. Cool. So I win the combat and I have a sandworm. So I gain 2 victory points. 1, 2. And I get to put a flag down, make the board look like I've done something this game. I can spend 6 Solari for a victory point. I will. I don't have enough Solari to double that, though. Green is in second place. He gets an intrigue card. That is his second. But then also gets 3 spice. He's got 5. So he's going to trade in 7 of them for a victory point, just to rub it in. But then I gain the card, and I can pair it with this card for another victory point. Okay, so then we still clean up after the, well, we don't need to clean up after the combat. We do that, check and do the maker step, sure. But then we check for the end game. Does anybody have, in this case, 11 or more victory points? And yes, blue does. So this is the end game. So let's see if there are any other end game conditions. Oh, and green's going to accomplish this. Yes, end game. Gain 1 influence with each faction where you have one or less influence, which is... Oh, actually, no. I was looking at me. I'm the only one who has that anywhere. So green's not going to advance anywhere. If I had that, I would advance and gain a point. The only endgame condition I have I didn't meet. If you have a seat at the High Council, then if you are at the end of this track, then you gain a victory point. I did not get to the end of the research track, so that doesn't help me. So that's going to be it. The state of the board right now makes it look like things were a lot closer than they were. But I'm actually pretty shocked about the 2 rivals with their different... This is supposed to be one of the hardest ones and one of the easiest ones, and how close they ended up at the end, really. I didn't think they would be so even. And I think it was just by chance, but I think this one gained the Swordmaster first. I think she got her Swordmaster last, which was really surprising to me and kind of disappointing because I kind of wanted her to be first because I was the first and I had to pay 8 Solari. I figured she'd get hers right away and I can get away with 6 Solari, but that's not the way it went down. But yeah, I really got my butt handed to me, but I still had a good time. I did like this setup. It was kind of a lot going on, though. I would play it this way again, but I think I am going to probably take Immortality and put it back in my original Dune Imperium box with Rise of Ix. So that way you've still got the techs, and you're gaining dreadnoughts, but you're losing the worms and the matching conflict cards, the shield wall, the contracts, the Sardaukar. I think I just kind of prefer it that way. But yeah, it's been a long time since I've played, so I did... just based off the endgame state, did better than I thought I would, but I still played pretty poorly. I think I made a couple small rules mistakes that I caught as I went. The one thing that I'm really unsure of, and that I took that couple hour break, I was trying to look this up and I really couldn't find an answer, even in FAQs. I'm looking all over Board Game Geek and on Reddit. Early in the game, I grafted these 2 cards together, and then I used this trash effect to trash Dagger, which was in my hand. And then I trashed this card and I said, these are treated as one card because they're grafted. So I trashed both of them and gained this advance on the Tlilaxu track when this card is trashed effect. But I don't know if it's correct that these are treated as one card for trashing, or it says trash this card. Obviously this was created before grafting was a thing, but maybe this should have only trashed itself, even though they're treated as one card, and this should have stuck around. I don't really know. Couldn't find a good answer. So if I played anything wrong, I think it's that. Or I should say, if I made a big mistake, that would be the big one that I'm aware of. We'll see if I catch anything in editing, and I know a lot of you are more eagle-eyed than I am, so let me know in the comments how I did. But like I said, this was by request, Uprising plus Immortality plus Bloodlines with Jessica. Then I also tried to, because I haven't really shown this in any of my other playthroughs, I tried to make a point to go to High Council and get some Spice Must Flow cards to try and push that strategy a little bit, because I've not really done that so far on the channel, so at least you got to see it. I wish it would have been a little more effective. But there you go, that's another Dune Imperium playthrough in the books. Again, if you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, share, comment, check out the rest of my Dune Imperium playlist. I'll certainly have more Dune Imperium on the channel in the future, and don't forget my coffee page, ko-fi, find it down in the description. Everything you can do to help is very appreciated by me. So I hope you enjoyed watching me get my butt kicked in Dune Imperium. I had a great time playing. It will be back on the channel again, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching Table for One.